Nice sunshine out there. This is your afternoon weather update. Thanks for checking in. We do have some minor tweaks to our snowfall forecast, so you want to stay tuned for that. But when you look at the big picture, our storm system's off to our west. It's already producing snow across the Great Plains and shifting off to the south. This is going to continue to race our way through the overnight hours. So again, it's quiet and dry today. Snow showers develop tonight. Heavy snow tomorrow morning, lighter snow tomorrow afternoon, and then heavier snow tomorrow night into Thursday morning. The storm system exits and cold Canadian air settles in as we wrap up this week. But it doesn't last forever. So don't go grab all the bread, eggs, and milk because, well, it's not going to last forever. Let's do soup and sandwiches. Sounds so much better, doesn't it? Look at the impact, though, the storm's going to make. Old Man Winter's not wanting to let go quite yet. We do have winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories. The National Weather Service has included most of East Tennessee under a winter weather advisory, with Fentress County under a winter storm warning. That's where I think the bullseye for some of the heaviest snow will be. But again, we will continue to see the snow develop. We're going to walk you through the future cast coming up here in just a second, but I want to time everything out with you with your snowfall totals. Tonight, we pick up our time 7 o'clock, dry conditions. Snow develops overnight tonight. Now, by tomorrow morning, is it going to be snowing? Yes. Are we going to have impactful driving conditions? I don't think so. TDOT's been out brining the roadways. The roads should be just fine first thing in the morning, but it is going to be snowing. I think the heaviest snow comes through between 7 a.m. and about 10 a.m., at which point it's really going to pile up across parts of the Cumberland Plateau. And then another wave of energy heads our way tomorrow night, and that's going to slide in with that northwesterly flow. Arctic air is going to be setting up shop. That's going to bring out the atmosphere. That's going to pile up the snow just a little bit more, especially across the Tennessee-Kentucky border, northwest-facing slopes, the Smoky Mountains, and upper East Tennessee. So how much snowfall are we talking about? Here's the latest forecast. I've upped the numbers just a little bit across the Cumberland Plateau, northern plateau. I really think that we could get a solid 2 to 3 inches across northern Fentress, Scott, maybe Campbell, Morgan, and northern Cumberland County. The further south you go, the lesser amounts. The valley locations, I think a solid maybe less than 2 inches is looking like a good bet. Now, does that verify when all is said and done because of compaction, some melting? Maybe not. But I do think that we have a solid chance of getting less than 2 inches of snowfall. Across the higher elevations, we'll probably see 2 to 4, and upper East Tennessee, generally speaking, about 1 to 2. Again, the bullseye is going to be off to our west and northwest. So here's your future cast. We showed you the snowfall totals because I know that's what you want to know. Here's what it looks like by tomorrow morning, sunrise. It's going to be snowing around East Tennessee. Again, don't let the kids think that they're going to be waking up and going off sledding tomorrow morning. But I'll be curious to see what the school systems do, the school districts. Do we have a 2-hour delay? Do we cancel school? I don't know. Do we release the kids out of school early? I'm not 100% sure, but of course the school district will let us know. We could see a little bit of rain. So again, I think the mountain counties will see that switch over from snow in the morning to maybe a rain or a light rain during the afternoon. And why? Because we have some downsloping winds. That's a warming, compressing wind off the mountains. So that's the story for the mountain counties. So again, I think the heaviest snow is going to be the Northern Valley, the Cumberland Plateau. Then another shot of colder air comes on in. Another shot of energy comes on in as we get through our Wednesday night, and the Thursday morning. And as the colder air sets up shop, I actually think that we're going to have deteriorating conditions as we get into our Thursday morning. I think Thursday morning is going to present us much more of a different issue than throughout the entire day on Wednesday. I think more black ice, more snow-covered roads around the area as the colder air settles on in. Now, the mountain counties are likely to get only rain, but when you add up all the moisture that's going to be precipitated out of the atmosphere, we're looking at maybe a quarter, a third, to upwards of a half an inch. Not all in the form of snow, but notice the Cumberland Plateau, Scott County, Fentress, Morgan, Campbell County. We could pick up 0.3 inches of precipitation. Now, if you switch that over to snow, that's probably a good solid 2 to 3 plus inches of snowfall. So I think that we have a good chance there. The other side of the story is we've been dealing with flooding and flash flooding. So again, a lot of the rivers are still over their banks and we have minor flooding occurring. As the Arctic air settles on in, snowfall, we're talking about refreezing. So I think Thursday morning is going to present us much more of an icy or wintry mess to get Thursday started than all day. So something to keep in mind if you're joining us from an area that's been flooded and you have a lot of standing water around the area. Lunchtime temperatures today have been in the 30s, a few pockets of 40s. We're on our way into the 30s and 40s for afternoon highs, so a little bit warmer than yesterday and a little bit closer to those seasonal averages. Chilly this evening, but dry. No snowfall all the way through 8 o'clock. The snow is really going to start to pick up as we get into the evening and overnight hours. So tonight's lows drop into the teens and 20s. That's the story. That's going to support snow. Then those temperatures come up to above freezing in some locations, which will mitigate our snowfall totals. So even though I've shown you snowfall totals, I don't necessarily know that this is going to be a sledding event for most locations. Maybe the Northern Plateau could get out and do some sledding on Thursday. Arctic Air sets up shop. It's going to be cold Thursday with a high of only 29, but we warm back into the 40s and 50s as we get into the upcoming weekend. Low temperatures, look at this. We're going to be in the single digits and teens on Friday morning. Brutal, right? And again, Friday morning, we could have some refreezing occurring with any melting or thawing that occurs from the previous day. So I think we're going to have to contend with some black ice for the next couple of mornings. Then as we get into our Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, morning lows come back up. And that's a sign of a warming trend because back to our west, we actually have warmer weather that may be with us as we wrap up February and start the month of March. Don't forget to check in on the latest forecast with the East Tennessee Weather app or even online at easttnweather.com. Have a great day. Plan your day with the East Tennessee Weather app. From video forecast weather updates to an interactive radar giving you past, current, and future radar of 2 hours to day parts, 7 days, current conditions, access to the only 24-hour weather channel right here in East Tennessee, live weather cameras, and severe weather alerts from the National Weather Service. Download the app today to always stay in the know. This is East Tennessee Weather. Weather when you want it.